the 2021 嘉南盃presentation contest. This year, our theme is technology and a new life. We hope this topic will expand and enhance students' understanding of Taiwanese culture in a global context.
皆さんこんにちは。2021年嘉南杯英語・日本語プレゼンテーションコンクールへようこそ。今年のテーマはカキと新生活です。多くの方々に台湾の文化を十分に理解していただけると思います。
As always, the contest is very competitive. Only 10 groups have ended up getting to our final. So, let's welcome these groups of distinguished students and their leading teachers.
今年も去年と同じく激しいコンクールになりそうですよ。皆さんのコンクール参加を大いに歓迎いたします。
In order for contest to run smoothly, please turn off your cell phone or switch into the vibration mode. Thank you for your cooperation. Now, we would like to introduce our moderators today. First, please welcome the Dean of the College of Applied Information and Humanities, Professor 薛雅明。
それでは本日のstudentを紹介いたします。まずは经文学院院長薛雅明院长。
各位主任、老师、各位同学，大家好。今天我们呢有3场比赛，这是第3场。第一场呢我们在资管系的小论文，然后中午的时候还有我们的多媒体的那个动漫。这是第3场呢我们英文的那个英日语简报。那因为有点累，所以说比较难用英文来讲，比较难。我精神好的时候才可以准之类，但现在已经有点累，所以说呢，我就用中文跟大家解释一下啊。那非常欢迎各位能参加今天的活动。那我们提供这个竞赛呢，这已经是连续的好几年了哈。那在我院长这边是第2年，那我非常支持这个运动，因为呢，这个比赛呢可以让各位同学有机会来说英文。那英文呢，最主要的，其实你要跟外国人沟通，你就是要把它说出来。但是台湾的学生呢，很少有这个勇气把它说出来。你可能听得懂人家说什么都 yes yes 这样的，可是其实不够，要简单的用你的话呢把它表达出来。那我们一开始的时候可能讲的时候会有一些错误，没有关系，慢慢修正。你就会开始把一个名词变成一个加动词，然后这变成一个句子，这样就可以把整个句子把它呈现出来，就可以达到你跟别人沟通的目的。那我们这个比赛也是一样，提供这个机会让各位能够把它说出来。那第一次也许不是很好，经过几次练习之后，音呢，或是你的那个腔调呢，就会比较合适一点，慢慢修正，慢慢调整。我相信呢，参加这种比赛之后，经过几次之后，你英文的能力应该会有所提升。那这也是我们比赛的目标了啊。当然得奖也是很重要，可是呢，让各位把英文的实力培养起来，这才是我们最主要的啊，让各位能够将来还有机会能够发展。那我们另外系呢，其实呢，这个活动也是非常久，而且呢，我们在3年级的时候还有一些海外的一些实习工作机会提供给各位。所以说，不管英文、日文你将来有机会来我们家然后想要出国的话，基本的门槛一定要达到，英文要达到几百我以前是考托福，所以我现在不太知道700然后日文检定要 A2 嘛，A2 以上如果将来有机会想要去国外去工作的话，因为台湾的薪水坦白讲是比较低一点有点辛苦，比较辛苦一点，而且付出劳力比较多好，那我就只是跟各位来提供愿景，让各位将来可以达到这个目标。那只要我的废话就不多说了那祝福各位这次参加这次呢会议的成功，大家能够顺利得奖谢谢各位，谢谢。
Thank you, Professor Xie.
ありがとうございました。
Now, let's welcome the Chair of the Department of Applied Foreign Languages, Dr. 董信正。
そして我々外国特训董信正主任。
Good afternoon, all of our participants. Welcome to our academic presentation contest. This year, the theme is technology and a new life for human beings. And we have received quite a lot of creative words from you. And welcome to the participation to our contest. And due to the limitation of time, I think we have to begin our contest earlier. 皆さんこんにちは。ブリーフィングコンテストへようこそ。今回のテーマはテクノロジーと人類の新生活です。多くのグループが素晴らしいアイディアが持っています。時間が限られているので、今からコンテストを始めましょう。ありがとうございます。
Thank you, Dr. Dong.
ありがとうございました。
Now, we would like to introduce today's honorable judges.
続きまして審査員をご紹介いたします。
First, Dr. Damien.
まずは英語先生のデミアン先生。
And next, Teacher Gary.
次はゲイリー先生。
And finally, our Japanese teacher, Hayashi Takeyaki.
日本語先生の林明明先生。
Please remain seated for now. We will shortly announce the start of our presentations.
コンクールは間もなく始まります。開始まで少々お待ちくださいませ。
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are now beginning the first session of our group presentations.
皆さんこんにちは。それではただいまよりプレゼンテーションコンクールを始めさせていただきます。
Please note that each presentation has a time limit of 10 minutes. With a minimum time of at least 5 minutes, you will hear remainder bells at 5 minutes and 8 minutes, and we will ring the bell twice. At 10 minutes to signal that time's up. If you hear these two bells, please leave the stage immediately.
まずはルールをご紹介いたします。発表時間は5分から10分です。5分と8分の時、ベルが1回鳴ります。10分の時にはベルが2回鳴りますので、すぐにプレゼンを終了してください。
Now, let's welcome the first group. The title of their presentation is Technology and Our New Life.
それでは1番目の皆さん、よろしくお願いいたします。
Hey Isa, what's going on today?
Oh, today is really not my day. I forgot to bring my purse. Unfortunately, I also forgot to bring my phone, so I was late for the meeting.
Oh, it sounds terrible. Poor you.
You know where Sabrina is? I'm going crazy because I couldn't contact her for the phone.
Sorry, I forgot to pay my phone bill. It's very inconvenient to contact you guys.
Could you imagine living a life without technology?
Without a cell phone, we couldn't connect with friends.
Without Wi-Fi, we couldn't search for information.
Without a satellite, we cannot weather.
As you can see, we cannot live without technology.
Good afternoon, everyone.
I'm Oma.
I'm Ethan.
I'm Jenny.
I'm Sabrina.
Today, we are honored to have the opportunity to share our presentation. technology and our new life.
Right. So first, we want to start with AI. AI is invented by humans, and it can do something that humans cannot. So it has been used in many situations, such as rating guests at hotels or assisting dangerous tasks.
AI automation is also an indispensable part of production line.
It makes the manufacturing process more precise and faster. It either can make jobs more efficient and systematic, or reduce the manpower.
Besides being used in production line, technology also can use in medical care, like a Da Vinci surgical system. It can help the doctor do their job more accurately.
When it's used in transport usage, it can be used for self-driving cars.
And when it used on the internet, the voice assistant is a common application used by many people.
This makes our lives more convenient and relaxing. In addition to assisting our life, technology is also can help with medical system. The pandemic
COVID-19
that has broken out in recent years almost defeated the medical system. Because of the rapid and silent spread of the new virus, the world doesn't have sufficient preparation, and AI might be the solution to the problem.
In recent years, AI has also been utilized in the nursing systems. For example, it can improve the shortage of medical manpower. Besides the application of AI to medical systems, what else can AI do for us?
I know. Technology also has a good impact on the environment. The number of people in the world is increasing more and more. Under the situation of bad climate, oil prices and fuel costs increase, then the water source becomes scarce in the future, and this factor will affect the supply of human foods.
Food shortage will become a serious issue, so we will need some help with that too.
That's right. Have you ever heard of vertical farming?
No, what is that?
Vertical farming is a method of growing food in a vertically stacked structures. All the factories can be controlled by humans, such as humidity and temperature. Lighting by humans can imitate natural sunlight. It's similar to a greenhouse. In the future, the methods can improve the problem of food shortage and become a new trend. Although we talk about many benefits technology can bring to us, it may cause some problems.
When technology advancing greatly, the plots of novels and movies will become a reality. The movie, the rich can choose genes, but the male character is born to be defective, so he cannot become an astronaut successfully.
But he meets the person who provides his good genes to help him to be an astronaut. The genetic discrimination in this movie makes perfection not only a blessing, but also a curse.
We may be able to choose genes to determine our body, consciousness, and even lifespan in the future. This kind of technology have been used in plants or rare biology. Most people haven't thought about where the boundary between technology and morality is.
This kind of technology can remove the unfairness between the organisms, but through human innovations, is it really fair? Regarding this question, no matter who we tell right from wrong, the balance between the technology and morality still remains unknown.
With the development of technology, life has become more convenient and made us feel dependent. Technology is also changing industrial structures and replacing manpower.
In the next 10 years, the automation is our key point. Although producing life is better, we should box out if human will be replaced by machine. That's what we should worry about.
During a rapid progress of technology, can humans still dominate everything currently?
The answer is obvious, because history always tells us that only the strong can have the right to choose.
We must work harder not to be replaced by technology. And if the development of technology is good for humans,
If one day machines are beyond the control of human, we don't know what will happen.
The only thing we should bear in mind is proceed with caution. Thanks for your attention.
Please wait a second, okay? Now, let's welcome the second group. The title of their presentation is Metaverse Technology and the New Life of Mankind.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm Jocelyn.
I'm Angela. And I'm Alice. Recently, it is quite hard to see the term metaverse all over the news. Today, we are here to discuss the connection between metaverse and our lives. The company formerly known as Facebook has bet big on the metaverse. CEO Mark Zuckerberg had the already popular term in October, but he changed the company's name to Meta and led viewers through its dizzying vision of the future. So, what is metaverse? It is a much bigger, more confusing idea. From its origins in science fiction, a movie called Ready Player One and a novel called Snow Crash has become a catch-all for anything that mixes people's virtual and physical lives.
Since then, various developments have made milestones on the way toward a real metaverse, an online virtual world which augmented reality, virtual reality, 3D holographic avatars, video and other means of communication. As the metaverse expanded, it will offer a hyper-real alternative world for you to coexist in.
Today, we will be talking about how metaverse is going to change our life in different aspects, including application in education, entertainment, and business. Finally, we will give you a conclusion. Now, let's start by talking about education-related applications. It was mentioned by Meta's Chief Business Officer Wang Lewin that the value of Metaverse for education provides assistance for learning classes.
For example, students can engage in immersive learning to understand the anatomy and functions of a human head. Or it is also possible to put yourself to a virtual historical landscape to understand a culture more thoroughly. Under the obstacle of distance, one's online courses and classrooms are combined with virtual reality technology. We can experience any place in the world and complete the teaching methods that cannot be done in real life.
Next, let's move on to entertainment. Play-to-earn P2E games are early-stage metaverse platforms that innovative economic models that allow players to earn steady income for playing. These games are usually powered by blockchain, offering rewards and incentives to users based on their platform activity or related in-game achievements. As users earn cryptocurrency based on their gaming activities, they can exchange them for fiat or other assets on exchange. So, President on the other hand said it will be the first city government to enter the metaverse. On November 3rd, the South Korean capital announced a plan to make a variety of public and cultural events available in the metaverse, an immersive internet that relies on the virtual reality. If this plan is successful, so residents can visit a virtual city hall to do everything, from touring historic sites to filling a site content by donning virtual reality goggles.
The platform will kick off with a virtual New Year ceremony this December. In 2023, the city plans to open Metaverse 120 Center, a place for virtual public services where avatars will handle citizen concerns that could previously only be addressed by City Hall. Furthermore, virtual concerts on the next step in the evolution. Virtual concerts on the evolution of virtual pop stars like Hasan and Miku have been selling out both offline and online concerts during
Proceeding on, in terms of business and finance, in the world of metaverse, all wealth is virtual. It is almost impossible to imagine the metaverse, the other just as real world, operating without cryptocurrency. In addition, trademarks are an important feature of virtual landscapes, and their use is prevalent in the metaverse. Josh Gerben, a trademark attorney for Nike, said the company filed to protect its trademark rights from anyone selling Nike-branded merchandise on the metaverse, possibly through games or social platforms, such as virtual sneakers or sweatshirts. Coca-Cola also announced the partnership with a digital art creation company to launch a friendship. All of these represent the affirmation of the future development of medicines by large enterprises.
Ready to work in the metaverse? This could be the future of virtual office collaboration. In the virtual office, users can work together with colleagues and have conversation anytime. Facebook has launched Horizon Workroom virtual meeting app, which allows people from around the world to enter the virtual meeting room at the same time.
When it comes to the fact that more and more people are relying on online shopping, virtual consumption and chatting activities can also be used in the metaverse. In the future, it will be possible to try on clothes in virtual stores, and it will be easier to view products from all angles rather than just looking at photos. Furthermore, Carrefour's headquarters has announced a partnership with Meta, which will support the Carrefour development of electronic catalog products.
In conclusion, in exploration of education, we can be more diversified, and the connection with people will be no longer separated by the mountain and the sea.
The business development have also expanded wider. In the future, the world science and technology overall will be more closely related to our lives.
This is our references.
Thank you for your time and listening.
Now, let's welcome the third group. The title of their presentation is Electrical Vehicle Future.
Mic check 1, 2. Good afternoon, the honorable judges, teachers, and fellow students. We are the hotshots of Yuzhen Senior High School. Today, we're here to present the reasons why you should or should not have an electric car. We'll first define electric cars, then continue to dig into the pros and cons of electric cars, and lastly, discuss their future.
So, what are electric cars? An electric car, also called an electric vehicle, or EV for short, is powered by batteries rather than liquid fuels like gasoline. The electricity is stored in a battery pack to power an electric motor and turn the wheels. In this picture, the green colored parts belong to an electric car and comprise the battery, power electronic and electric motor. Unlike gasoline-powered cars, EVs do not have a radiator, a combustion engine, and a fuel tank.
Now, let us get to the heart of our presentation, the benefits and drawbacks of electric cars, or simply the pros and cons.
First of all,
Electric cars are energy efficient. Among the 4 types of cars based on the power that drives them, hydrogen, combustion engine, hybrid, and electric, the electric car is the most energy efficient. This chart shows 10 kilowatt hours of energy allows EVs to travel a distance of 40 kilometers, twice that of hybrids, and 3 times that of hydrogen counterparts. According to the US Department of Energy, electric vehicles can convert up to 77% of electrical energy to power their wheels, while conventional gasoline cars can convert only up to 30% of energy from gasoline to power at the wheels.
I cannot argue with that, but while electric cars are energy efficient, they have a shorter driving range than most conventional vehicles. EVs can travel about 300 kilometers on a charge, or maybe higher depending on the EV model. The point is, electric fueling stations are not as widespread as gasoline stations. So, if you are in a remote area with no charging station, you might be stuck where you are.
But you have to know that electric cars accelerate faster than gas-powered vehicles. This chart shows they generate much more torque than gas-powered cars. Their electric motors are much simpler than internal combustion engines and eliminate the need for a traditional transmission. The power can go straight to the wheels for instant acceleration, making EVs quicker on the start. If you're in doubt, the next time you see a traffic light with both types of cars, you'll see that when the light turns green, the electric car will quickly leave behind both diesel and petrol cars.
Hold your horses. Let's not mix quickness with fastness. While electric cars are quicker, they are not faster. They have a low top speed. Many manufacturers limit the top speed to preserve battery charge. Besides, they take a lot of time to get fully charged. At least 30 minutes to get 80% charged at the fastest charging stations. A colder ambient temperature can make charging even longer.
Okay, I understand your point. But electric cars require less maintenance because they have fewer moving parts. Their batteries, motors, and electronics all require little to no regular maintenance. There are also fewer fluids, such as engine oil, which requires regular maintenance. This can save you in both time and money.
While you save money on maintenance, EVs are actually more expensive for a variety of reasons. Car manufacturers are trying to recoup the billions they've spent on research and development. There's also a lack of consumer demand.
But don't you relish the silence offered by driving an electric car? Instead of hearing the rumble of a car's internal combustion engine? Electric cars are far quieter than their diesel and petrol cousins.
Wait a second. EVs are definitely more quiet, no doubt about that. However, research has shown that electric cars are more likely to cause accidents involving pedestrians and cyclists. That is why it has become a legal requirement for all new electric cars to make a sound at speeds up to 20 kilometers per hour when going forwards and reversing.
Have you ever heard of climate change? To combat climate change, EVs are the answer. Research has shown that electric cars are better for our environment. They produce fewer greenhouse gases, air pollutants, and eliminate all toxic emissions from engines, which is better for your health.
I can't argue with that.
After discussing the pros and cons of electric cars, let's talk about their future. Here we have President Joe Biden in his classic C2 Corvette Stingray. It's electric. In August this year, he announced an agreement that aims to push the US auto industry to sell more electric vehicles. The goals include a shared aspiration that 40% to 50% of vehicles sold in the US will be electric, plug-in hybrids, or hydrogen powered. In the UK, the government's current plan is to ban sales of new diesel and petrol cars by 2030. Now, let's take a look at the plans of some Asian countries. Taiwan will prohibit the sales of diesel and petrol cars by 2040. Singapore will be banning all non-electric cars by 2030. Japan will stop the sales of diesel and petrol-only cars by 2035. In China, will ban diesel and petrol cars also by 2035. To reach these objectives and boost the sales of electric cars, financial incentives and tax breaks have to be provided to both consumers and manufacturers.
So, will electric cars really be the future? Well, at least not now or in the next 5 years. There's no denying that electric cars have a lot of advantages and are a solution to climate change. But right now, they're just too expensive. In August last year, Elon Musk said that their cars are too expensive and they need to fix it. And yet, this year, the prices of Tesla's cheapest EV model went up by 21%. There's a big gap between aspiration and reality. Electric cars are not for everyone yet. But as we have discussed earlier, they are the inevitable future. So, are you ready to go electric? It's been a pleasure being with all of you today. Thank you.
Now, let's welcome the fourth group. The title of their presentation is How Technology is Changing Education.
Don't you know, later we'll talk about. Let you know, please listen now. How that with education, technology we talk about. Let you know what it's all about. Hi, my name is Chloe.
I'm Emily.
I'm Amy.
I'm Rina.
And I'm Claire.
Hey, 2022 is coming soon. Do you guys remember the most unforgettable things in 2021?
Of course I remember. The most unforgettable thing was the first time I started the online lessons. That was because of COVID-19, right? Bingo!
Yes, because COVID-19 totally changed our lives, including the way we study.
Are you talking about when we had to stay home this summer due to the pandemic? Let's talk about that.
I remember we had to use rest of app for the online lessons.
It is really convenient that we could hang out our homework online.
I think so, but that wasn't the only advantage.
Really? What's the other advantage?
You never hand in your homework on time. Anyway, that's why you don't know the advantages.
The app we used was Google Classroom. Teachers created their own online classroom for each subject, so students could download their homework assignments.
Google Classroom also includes assignment deadline notices and instant message boards. I have used all of that.
Oh, that's not all right. We had to use all of this when we had online lessons.
That's right. You're talking about Google Meet, aren't you?
Yes, although we were not at school, we could still see our teacher doing lessons, just like students and teachers all over the world who turn to online lessons.
Oh, I understand now.
Finally.
I used to have guitar lessons. My teacher used Google Meet. Why did you need to use Google Meet to have a guitar lesson? Because COVID-19 did not only affect our school lessons, but also our curricular activities.
Lessons in French school also went online.
Yeah, and thanks to online lessons, students like me that take public transport were safe.
Yeah, it was good to see our friends stay healthy.
According to the Minister of Education, even though students in Taiwan had the longest summer vacation, we still kept learning new things.
And we could review the lesson if we have some questions. Anything else? We could also reduce of the risk of being infected by the virus.
With online resources, we can learn on our own.
We save lots of time by not traveling to school as well.
Best of all, we could download class materials anytime. Well, technology we use for online study is great, but it still has some disadvantages. I know, too many distractions. It's really hard to say no to my phone.
Me too!
Yeah, it's hard, right?
Because the shows on Netflix are so good, I can't help myself.
Yeah, and I kept thinking about the dessert in my fridge.
I understand. How about other countries? Do they have online classes?
Maybe you guys have heard about how hard it is for some students in other countries to get an education.
That's true. Some of us are blessed without knowing it.
Everyone knows education is important, but how about those kids that can get access to a school?
Oh, I saw a news story about that. In Bangladesh, they have a special classroom. It's on water.
Cool, the classroom is on water, so cool.
Like Little Mermaid?
No, it's called Boat School.
Look, this is. And the person who created the boat school read one said, instead of the students going to school, the school reaches them.
Look, there are a lot of solar panels on the roof.
It provides the energy for the equipment in the boat school.
But why do they do it this way?
In Bangladesh, they suffer from terrible monsoons every year. This causes major floods, so the road gets blocked.
I see. That's why they are saying the kids can't go on the road to school because of the floods. As well as this, the sports school also provides a library and a playground for kids.
The boat school has now been adopted by other countries that are at risk of flooding, including Cambodia, Nigeria, and the Philippines.
Wow, the technology right now is so advanced.
I feel so touched. Technology really improves education for other less fortunate students around the world.
How about Africa? What do they use technology for?
Batteries.
Batteries?
Yeah, they can use them for charging their phones. And for lights. Some kids in Africa can't go to school because their parents need the kids to work at home. So if they go to school, kids can get batteries for their parents as rewards for lighting or charging their phones.
Wow, there is a cow. Is that a cow? Yes, the shape is like a cow. And here, solar panels again.
that supply the power that is needed for batteries.
Look at the picture. Each of them also gets a flashlight.
Flashlight!
It brings them home.
Wow, these examples are so amazing. I didn't think technology could be so improve of education.
I couldn't agree more.
The technology right now really changes our future.
In remote areas, it not only helps reduce poverty, but also raises the literacy rate, so students can learn more than they could in the past.
Most of all, poor kids can pursue their dreams and have a better life.
Wow, how amazing it is!
That's why technology and education are inseparable now, isn't it?
Thank you for listening.
Let's welcome the fifth group. The title of their presentation is Barrier-Free Life Under Technology.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Emma. Today, the topic we're going to talk about is barrier-free life under technology. Have anyone wanted to help a visually impaired but don't know how to do it? Here's the app that may provide you with opportunities. I'm going to introduce the app, and Jordan will analyze the advantage and disadvantage. Johnson and Cindy will tell you impact on life and connection with human nature. And Dylan will let you know application of future development. Era is an app that uses remote video to help visually impaired. Everyone can apply to be a volunteer as long as you sign up. When visually impaired artists decide where to go, the volunteers can lead them to the right destination safely.
Okay. After we take a deep look at this app, we have listed some advantages and disadvantages of this app. Advantage: first, it can help visually impaired people read text. Second, it improves the independence of the visually impaired. Third, the users can store their personal information and store their critical history. Fourth, visually impaired people can prevent from. Last but not least, it can improve communication with others. Disadvantages. First, it's free to use this app in Starbucks cafes, but the user needs to pay when they go to other places. Second, only available in North America. Third, so far, it's hard to be commercially available and widely available because of technical problems.
Thank you, Jordan. Good afternoon. Now, I'm going to introduce Impact on Life. You may wonder how this app changes the life of the visual impaired people. There are three significant impacts. First, clearly orientation. This application can allow the visual impaired to recognize their direction without losing their position in the crowd, making them safer to go out. And next, medicine identification. The app allows the visual impaired people to identify the function of the drug so that they can be more independent in their daily life. And the last, new life experience. At Starbucks, the users can buy their favorite foods without anyone's assistance, and it gives them a better life experience. And now, welcome Cindy.
After listening the introduction of this app, you may come up with some questions about it. We have listed some questions here, and it may help you to understand this app more. Jordan, can this app make the vulnerable group more easy to be seen?
Used by visually impaired people, it gives vulnerable groups a chance to connect with public. And yes.
What is the most important brand spirit of this app?
Trust. The users must trust each other, so they can borrow others' eyes with peace of mind.
Learning app is for visually impaired people now. We can apply the technology behind IRA to help others. On top of that, one thing we should pay more attention to is that we must think from the perspective of everyone, because everyone meets problems sometimes. When you take off your glasses, you will be like a visually impaired person. When you swing in the seat, you will experience the life of hearing impact. When you go abroad and cannot communicate, you will feel like a failure. When this situation happens, maybe you will need an app like this to help you.
In conclusion, with IRA, the life of the visual impaired has changed. They can ensure their safety and have better life quality. However, what we want everyone to know is that we should consider from the perspective of everyone, especially those people who are vulnerable. The public needs to pay more attention and commit of the promotion of the barrier-free in daily life, and technology can help people to achieve this goal easily. Thank you all for your attention.
That concludes our first section. We'll now have a short break of 5 minutes Please feel free to enjoy the snacks and tea outside and be back in here before 2:10.
それではただいまから休憩時間に入りたいと思います。会場の後ろにお茶とお菓子がございますので、どうぞご自由にお取りください。次の発表は2時10分から始まります。2時10分にはお席にお戻りくださいますようお願い申し上げます。
Second section of our group presentations.
それでは第2部を始めさせていただきます。
Now, let's welcome the sixth group with their presentation on how technology is boosting economy.
第6番の皆さん、どうぞ。
Good afternoon, everyone.
I'm Candy.
I'm Sean.
I'm Danny.
I'm Ruby. Today we are going to see how technology is boosting the economy. This is an overview of our presentation. We would like to tell you how our lives have become more easier before we begin. With the development of technology, our life has changed a lot. Our material lives have been greatly influenced by improving living standards. We increase our purchasing power, make society more advanced, and advance our economy development.
In recent years, the pandemic has caused many businesses to close down one after another, causing the global to decline. During this period, many people have relied on technology and make ends meet.
Now, we are going to introduce an innovative technology. First of all, let's talk about an online shopping app. Hey, Candy, have you ever bought anything from an online shop?
I purchased a lot of stuff online, so I have less and less money.
Can you tell me which online shopping platform is the most popular?
I know, it's Shopee.
During the pandemic, everyone stayed at home and couldn't do any physical shopping, which led to the growth of an online shopping platforms. Why is Shopee so popular among all the other shopping platforms?
Because there are so many discounts available, such as free shipping. And the more you buy, the more cost-effective it is. I actually spent all of my pocket money on Singles Day. Shopee also targets students from the very beginning, so that they can buy items on their mobile devices and keep up with current trends. Shopee even hired Cristiano Ronaldo as its spokesman to attract more fans.
Do you know who invented the Apple Watch?
I know. Tim Cook, of course.
No, you are wrong. It's Johnny Ive. A fun fact is that Tim Cook is the CEO of Apple, and Steve Jobs had nothing to do with Apple Watch before he died. Hey, did you watch the news? Apple has sold more than 100 million watches worldwide.
Really? It's unbelievable.
If you don't believe it, this chart on the left shows that Apple's sales grew from 10 million in 2015 to over 102 million so far, and sales are still growing very rapidly. And that chart shows that the number of iPhone users who own an Apple Watch has also increased from 3% to 10%.
Wow, that's awesome. So, how does the Apple Watch work?
It's a combination of exercise tracking and health-related functions. Apple Watches are purchased for two reasons: health tracking and to look cool. For example, Alzheimer's has become a serious problem. The Apple Watch helps to locate and track Alzheimer's patients.
It sounds like a cool and useful gadget.
What about Food Panda? Have you ever tried it?
Are you talking about Panda Chef Food?
No, it's an online delivery platform to people who don't want to go out or cook.
Wow, that sounds like a great idea, but haven't I heard of it before?
Well, it already existed before and has become much more popular since the pandemic.
Oh, I see.
Hey, Rita, you look like a mess. Do you need help?
I had many days.
I'm sure you'll be very interested in this. Have you heard of the umbrella?
Tell me more.
It's invented to solve the problem of rain. The inventor is a magician.
A magician? Wow, amazing.
Yeah, it's convenience. You don't have to worry about having your hand full.
Wow, it sounds interesting. What are its functions?
In addition to hovering above your head, and it has an aerial camera to control the direction of the umbrella.
Wow, you can also take selfies on rainy days. Otherwise, taking pictures is difficult with an umbrella.
That's right. This creative invention not only promotes economic development, but also provides convenience.
I want to buy one.
Me too.
I feel so bored. What can we do for fun?
You can watch video on Netflix.
Netflix? Are you talking about the most popular streaming service?
Yes.
Tell me more about it.
You can see from the left bar charts, Netflix subscriber is increasing year by year, and more people using the service. On the right bar chart, we can see Netflix revenue. Netflix 2020 revenue was almost $25 billion US, and it continues to grow every year.
Wow, that's a lot of money. How did they make it?
Because of the pandemic, everyone feels so bored because they were stuck at home, just like us. Netflix has its own work, and high quality streaming never an issue. However, their subscription might decrease due to strong competition like Disney Plus and HBO Max.
Oh, I got it.
The global economy has been in recession since the pandemic began.
Is this going to be a big deal?
Maybe, but luckily, some people felt advantage and opportunities during the pandemic.
How did they do it?
During this time, they developed many creative inventions like we mentioned before.
It's true, a crisis can also provide opportunities.
This is why technology and economics go hand in hand.
I couldn't agree more. Thank you for listening.
Now, let's welcome the seventh group with their presentation on when art meets technology.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Aaron.
I'm Chris.
I'm Brian.
I'm Jason.
Today we are talking about when art meets technology. Many people often say they spread by and saw the great art by the great artists. But how about the creation from artificial intelligence? Can people have the same feeling when they saw the artificial intelligence?
In the unique, what is art and what are the features of AI art? How about AI and what is AI? What are the features of AI? And create art of the human. AI can still start as thinking by learning data. Machine learning is the center of AI and involves AI quickly using for more data than humans can accept in a lifetime.
When robot artists create her first self-portrait, the goal is very simple. That is, a million people excited about artificial intelligence. Art is self-portrait without self. This question is redundant. You have seen self-portrait. People are already seen them.
Also, is a new type of system, and he can convert low regulation to high education. New places.
By design, it is very good at emotion because it can quickly try many different ideas. If so, what is the status of human artists? Human artists play an important role in impression emotion. In the process of combining artificial intelligence and art in the future, the emotion element of art creator will always play an important.
The VR weekly run in the same room the left VR experience awards in the mini spring festival. Professor Huang Xingjian believes that he can complete art and technology, and he often explains the latest technology in art, literature, design, and stage with humanistic ideas. The endless personality of performance. Although artists keep a distance from technology must be used frequently.
Artificial intelligence combined with art can make art more creativity. Artificial intelligence can create more creativities and stimulates
AI can analyze a lot of data in a short period of time. If the artist and AI can cooperate with each other nicely, there will be many new ideas.
Thanks for listening and have a nice day.
Now, let's welcome the 8th group with their presentation on Who's Afraid of Technology and Humanity.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today our topic is Who's Afraid of Technology? Here's an overview of our presentation.
First, we will define the word technology. Next, we will talk about the advantage and disadvantage brought by technology.
Following that, we will show you how robots and AI have changed human society.
Then we will show you how human beings have long inherent changes because of technology.
Lastly, we will offer some useful tips to fight against fear of technology.
Thank you. Do you know the word technology came from Greek? Tech means art, skill, coming of hand. Logia means the sum of skills and methods.
It's actually therefore. Let's not forget technology is first and foremost here to serve human needs.
Technology is not only efficient, scientific, but also allows better communication.
In the 1920s, it would take Xu Zhimo a whole month to travel to UK by boat. But now, it only takes about half a day by airplane. By the way, you know Xu Zhimo, right? If you don't, that's okay.
I think I know who he is.
That's great.
Besides, technology also makes our daily life much more convenient. I'm sure you have a washing machine home. Just let the machine do a dirty laundry.
Isn't that wonderful? You only need to set up your set and enjoy a coffee.
That's a good idea.
Now, let's take a look at the disadvantages. Technology might lead to dependency, shortage of jobs, and raise security issues.
For example, the video camera on smartphones allows people to record anything at any moment, which means they are not living in the moment, but recording it.
I totally agree with you. And now that self-driving cars are available, maybe there is no need for drivers in the future. Likewise, bank tellers and postal service might become redundant.
But perhaps the security concerns are at more stakes. Invasion of privacy is becoming more and more commonplace. It's really terrible.
Still, let's not forget they can do an amazing job in helping people, even saving lives. Case in point, robotics. We will focus on a robot made by a Danish company.
Yes, this Danish company worked closely with a hospital in Denmark. The company features 3 robots, namely the UVD robots, the Gobi robots, and the PTR robots.
The UVD robot is a disinfection robot. It can reduce the spread of disease, virus, and bacteria by breaking down their DNA structure.
In March 2020, the company sold the UVD robot to fight COVID-19 as many as 60 countries.
Next, in the picture, we will see Gobi robot. Going robots can connect people without traveling, without losing time, without producing CO2. More importantly, Going robots can fight coronavirus as well.
Please take a look. This is the PTR robot. Hospitals spend a lot of resources on patient handling. Usually it takes 2 people to transfer a patient, but with this robot, we only need 1 nurse to do the job.
It's amazing how robots can make our life better. I'm sure in the near future, robots will become an indispensable part of human life.
I think they already are. Next, we'll bring attention to AI, artificial intelligence.
Some people say AI is the new electricity. You only need to take a look at this picture and see why. Drones, face recognition, self-driving cars, you name it. But today, our focus will be on AI translation.
Hey, have you ever tried a Kindle translator? You can take a picture and get the translation down straight away.
That's great, but what about your communication? How do you communicate with foreigners, like Korean, German, and Italian?
Well, there is no need to learn language. Now you can have a personal interpreter on your phone and start voice-to-voice conversations in over 100 languages.
Really? 100 languages?
Wonderful abilities. I wonder what will happen to those translators and interpreters. Will they be overworked?
Right, what about students? Is it still necessary for us to learn foreign languages?
I'm afraid no one has the answer. That is why people are worried about technology.
Say, have you ever read 21 lessons for 21st century? In the book, Harari makes some dark predictions, like when you grow up, you might not have a job.
My God.
Or you're not the center of the world. It really gets me thinking.
That's an interesting question.
When new technology appears, it almost always invites mistrust and fear. It's only human nature.
Fears about technology are nothing new. We all know the steam engine was invented in 1712. And when the first steam train was built in 1804, people were worried the speed would make passengers unable to breathe. Can you believe that?
Not really.
Please take a look at this timeline. The first computer was invented in 1946, and in 1989, networking was made possible. Today, as deep learning becomes more sophisticated, we can expect more changes.
So what is different now is that in our day, these changes are accelerating.
I can see your point, but there is no use turning a blind eye or bury your head in the sand like an ostrich.
I can agree with you more. Here are some tips to help you overcome technophobia. First, knowledge is power. We should try to keep up with the latest developments.
Second, ask yourself how technology is going to change your life. If you are translators or interpreters, you only need to reinvent yourself. Likewise, the way foreign language is taught might have to change too.
Last but not least, you should try to reach out to other people. After all, why exactly do we develop AI translation and robot? Isn't that because we want to better communicate with other people or have a better community of medical care?
You can say that again. Therefore, we should take advantage of technology and reach out to as many people as possible.
Right. Remember, stay informed, ask questions, and reach out to others. There are many resources online, as you can see right here.
My dear friends, I hope our presentation can help alleviate some portion of your fear. Please bear in mind, technology is supposed to empower us. not instead of us. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Now, let's welcome a ninth group with their presentation on smart cities in the U.S.
Hello everyone, my name is May. They are my teammates. This is Tina and this is Vivian. We are going to talk about smart cities in the U.S. Do you know what is the smart city? According to the United Nations statistics, in 2050, 2/3 of the Earth's population will live in cities. In other words, urbanization has caused cities to be overcrowded, and the resulting problems have to rely on technology to advance deployment. As a result, here comes the smart city. Smart cities will utilize the new generation of information technology in all walks of life in the city. Moreover, it has various advantages. For example, it helps realize the deep integration of informatization, industrialization, and urbanization, improve the quality of urbanization, enhance the utility of urban management, and give citizens a better quality of life. Smart city has 4 characteristics. First, comprehensive and thorough perception, using sensing technology, monitor and perceive all aspects of city management. Second, intelligent and integrated applications. Realize the storage, calculation, and analysis of massive data. Third, human-oriented sustainable innovation, focus on the needs of citizens. Last, broadband ubiquitous interconnection, strengthen the ability of smart city to obtain information, real-time feedback, and intelligent services at any time, anywhere. Now, let's welcome Tina to take us to take a look at the development of smart cities in the U.S.
Hello, I'm Tina. I'm going to introduce smart cities in our daily life. What makes cities smart? Smart cities use smart solutions to optimize infrastructures as well as adopt smart and popular governance method to create a more efficient and sustainable place. Take Chicago as a good example. The city's use of predictive crime heat maps to help police reduce violent crime by 40% each year. Well, another good example uses a cognitive visual source system to shorten the response time of emergency services by 30%. We are not only effective in preventing crime, but also really give residents a better place to live. Chicago, please be like. San Francisco. Another excellent example is San Francisco. San Francisco is a leader in green and sustainable energy measures. It promotes comprehensive recovery and recycling, and expands the scope of mandatory waste classification to 3 categories: recycling, composting, and landfilling, which promotes citizens with near real-time energy use data from mobile networks. As for energy saving suggestions, it's built more than 100 charging stations to promote the use of electric vehicles. At Silicon Valley, Gallu's high-tech convenience, its main streets have 3 miles of uninterrupted free Wi-Fi coverage, and that's real convenient.
Hi, I'm Vivian. According to statistics, there are about 1 million buildings in New York, and an average of about 3,000 buildings will have serious fires every year. The New York Fire Department subdivided the factors that make us house fires into 60 factors, such as whether it is a poor, low-income family house, whether the house is built for a long time, whether the building has an elevator, etc. Analysts use specific algorithms to individually score the 330,000 buildings in the city that need to be inspected, calculate the fire hazard index, and classify key monitoring and inspection objects. At present, data monitoring has expanded to more than 2,400, and places with high population density, such as schools and libraries, are also covered. Although the public has doubts about the relationship between data analysis and the effectiveness of preventive measures, the number of fires has indeed fallen. In summary, many major cities in the United States are good examples for us. They have proven that technology can bring us great benefits in transportation, health, environmental protection, and the economy. Their excellent policies are also worth learning. And we should think about how to build smart cities in Taiwan so that technology can bring us a better life. Thank you for your listening.
最後は大腸がんからの鍵と人間の新生活お願いします。
今日のテーマは鍵と人間の新生活です。では発表させていただきます。AI が人間の生活にもたらすメリット、デメリットなんですか？現代の社会は AI のことに発達したことにより、人間は AI に依存すればするほど 人間関係の比較が進み、AI による人間離れということになります。1、AI は人間を十分にあらゆる資源を活用させることができます。2、AI は衣食住や交通、教育、娯楽などの解決策です。メリットは2つあります。1、AI をうまく利用すれば勉強の効果をさらに向上させます。2、あらゆる資源を活用、効果的に利用し、仕事の能力がアップし、生産性を高まることができます。メリットは2つあります。1、自然環境の開発及び資源の消耗を加速させます。2、貧富の格差を拡大し、不平等を深刻化します。次は 5G の生活。5G の誕生で生活をさらに便利にします。これをご覧になってください。真ん中は 5G の応用です。総じて4つ分けられています。1つ目はシドリリング生放送で、2つ目はプロパティマネジメント、3つ目は個人の食品、4つ目はゲームです。次は
Nintendo Switch の誕生。Nintendo Switch はテレビゲーム機と携帯型ゲーム機の機能を兼ね備え、Nintendo Switch の誕生により家族の絆を強化し、話題を共有し、親子間のつかなり促進できます。次は
バーチャルリアリティ。コンピュータに読んで3次元の標語の成果を作り出し、使用者に視覚難度の感覚に刺激を提供し、自らそのバーに立ちに臨むかのようにします。そのバーで無制限に3次元の空間にあるあらゆるものを観察できます。ユーザーが移動する場合、コンピュータは直ちに精密な計算を行い、正確に3次元映像を送信し、臨場感を味わいさせます。人工環境、サバイスペースを現実として視覚させる技術である。時間、空間を超える映像技術であり、人類の認知を拡張できます。次は
物流管理システム、アンテナ実績と IT 化交通システム。IT 化交通システムは主に管理、駐車、交通量の点検という3つ方針に主を実施します。AI は車両、インフラ、公共交通機関に応用し、機動力と安全を向上する。道に漢字キーを送信し、走っている市民の車両およびスマートフォンから送信した資料を実績し、交通量や渋滞、放置などの状況を深く分析します。次は
暮らしの中の 5G 応用、建築工程とプロパティマネジメント。建築工事に 5G 技術を配合すれば、コストを最小限にし、またはそれをなくすることができます。5G のゲームとバーチャルリアリティを合わせ、スタッフは工事現場で3次元映像を点検できます。その場で建築デザインと工事現場の比較により、その間を相違分析する。デザインと工事中に発生するスペースの突き当たることを避け、早期に工事またはデザインの問題を探し出しました。次は
5G の生活応用、小売の促進。5G のネット応用はおしゃべり化できします。音楽放送設備だけでなく、すべての生活にも関われています。車をはじめ、各一生さらに農場も会社もネット応用の一部とみなされます。 最中はさらなる AI を加えてもっと哲学で専門的な企画や決定をします。次は
物流管理システムホームオフィスとオフィスオートメーション。物流管理システムが装置され、ネットつながっているオフィスはスマートオフィスと呼ばれています。大量的なネットを装置して、つなり国章を操作や環境を検視したりコントロールします。次は
物流管理システム、ヘルスケアとスマートメディカル。スマートメディカルは以下に分けられます。患者を最適化したり、病院の運用効率向上したり、臨床医学の利点を強化することがです。物流管理システムを医療領域に運用したら、ネットで医療登録することができ、医師に見てもらう進度がチェックできます。健康保険証で簡単に会計できたり、薬受け取れたり、現場の状況により自動に分流することができます。看病はもう長い待ち時間になりません。次は AI 人工知能。AI 人工知能とはロボットのことです。多くのお店はロボットを設置し、音を合わせ機能を搭載し、お客様に詳しい情報を提供することができます。その反面、人間の失業率が上がります。AI 人工知能の寿命周期をもうそのように感知や逆襲、論理的な推理、逆率の統計、補修と構成、さらに動作や行為など人類の習性を模倣し、極端海岸の人間らしい知恵に発展する事業。
今の AI 技術はますます発達開発していきます。衣食住や交通教育娯楽なわじめ我々の生活全般のきつく関わっていきます。未来には多くの商品が出ているかもしれませんから、それに期待しています。
AI の目ま苦しい変化と驚異的な進歩をするスピードが我々の生活を変えてきます。今回のレポートによりもっと勉強になりました。つまり上には上があるというので、これからのさらなる発見に楽しみにしています。
今日の報告は以上です。ご清聴ありがとうございます。That concludes our presentations today. Thanks to all the participants for your excellent performances. There will now be a short break where we calculate the final scores and confer with the judges.
本日のプレゼン発表はこれで終わります。成績の集計が終わるまでしばらくお休みください。
We have now reached the climax of our competition. That means it's time to announce the winner of 2021 嘉南盃presentation contest.
お待たせいたしました。それではただいまより表彰式を始めさせていただきます。
Before we do that, we would like to invite judges to make some comments about today's presentations.
発表の前にまずは審査員の先生方から今回のコンクールの講評をいただき、その後で受賞者を発表いたします。
Let's welcome Dr. Damien.
contestants, good afternoon teachers. First of all, I'd like to thank you for coming, many of you from a long way away today to participate in this presentation competition, and also for all your hard work in preparing for the competition. It was very clear that you have worked really hard to do this. It's a very difficult thing to do a presentation, and I think you should all be congratulated for your work today. Very impressed by your speaking. Now, I won't talk long, but what the judges do, what we do is when we watch you and listen, we have in our mind what a good presentation is. And then we start to put you at a level, right? And of course, you are all outstanding. You are all the best in your school, I think. So you are all straight away in the top level. So our very difficult job is to find in the top level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this, and it was a very difficult job. So if you don't agree with our decision, that's okay, because it's really different people will have different ideas. Just a couple of things that I noticed. I think for a presentation, the main thing is you talking to the audience. So remember to look at the audience when you are talking. Don't look at your PowerPoint. It makes a big difference. Also, don't put too many words on your PowerPoint, because we don't know, should I listen to you or should I read your words? I don't know, and it's confusing. So the main thing, the words should be here, and the PowerPoint is to help me listen. Put key words and some pictures on the PowerPoint to help me listen. Second thing. The third thing is when you prepare your speech, try not to just copy from books or from articles, because writing is writing and speaking is speaking. In writing, people use long sentences, but for speaking, we use shorter sentences. And if you use many long sentences, it's difficult for people to understand, even me, even us judges. So if it's hard for you to say, then it's hard for us to understand. So that can be a way. If you have some sentences that are very difficult to say, change them. Make them shorter. Make them easier to say, and then they will be better for us too. Okay? But I'd like to finish again by saying, well done, all of you. I think there were all of you were very good. We all agreed. There was one group which was really outstanding, and the second and third place also were very clear. So we'll wait and see who they are. All right, thanks guys. Congratulations.
Let's welcome teacher Gary.
Yeah, I want to say thank you to everybody too. I think, first of all, I want to say sitting here is very hard to judge. I think you all did well. Your speaking is good. Damien said you're all very high. So I think just coming up here, I mean, we got to give out prizes or first place, second place, but I think just coming here, getting up here is an honor. So I said, you should be thanked, or you should be proud. Not everybody can get up here and speak or say something. So I think just getting up front, it's an honor. So you should be proud in that fact. And I agree with Damien. He had many good key points, and I agree with them. Don't know what much else to add, but I think maybe try to be natural too. When you're talking, don't try to relax and have fun when you're talking. Don't be so stiff. Try to relax and have fun doing your presentation. So I think, you all did a good job. So again, thank you.
最後は林武明先生からの講評です。
はい、皆さんお疲れ様でした。欢迎吗？じゃあ。
大家辛苦了。
いろいろで長い時間ね、練習してここまで来てくれてありがとうございました。
辛苦大家练习了这么久，来到这里做出这样的表演。
でね、成功した人も失敗した人も、ね、それぞれみんな心の中にあると思いますが、次のチャンスがまだまだあります。その次のチャンスのためにね、またこれからも頑張って英語、日本語を勉強してください。
不管是今天，不管是成功还是失败的各位，就当作是为了下一次的准备而努力，就是一步一步的慢慢往上爬。
はい、成功した人も失敗した人も、皆さんに拍手します。パイソン。ありがとうございました。
Okay, now, are you excited? So first, we are going to announce the winner of honorable mention. For the winner of honorable mention, we have two winners. The first one is 国立苗栗高级商业职业学校 How Technology is Changing Education. Let's welcome them. To present the prizes, please welcome our judge, Teacher Gary. Teacher Gary, please stay. The second one is 国立苗栗高级商业职业学校 How Technology is Boosting Economy. To present the prizes, please welcome our judge, Teacher Gary. we have the winner of the third prize. The winner is 台北市立复兴高级中学 who's afraid of technology and humanity. Let's welcome them. To present the prizes, please welcome our judge, Teacher Hayashi. Next, we have the winner of second prize. The winner of the second prize is 台中市私立明道中学 Technology and Our New Life. Welcome them. To present the prize, please welcome our judge, Teacher Hayashi. Teacher Hayashi. And now, it's time to announce the winner of the first prize. The first prize in the 2021German presentation contest goes to 台北市立玉成高级中学 The Electrical Technician. Congratulations! To present the prizes, please welcome our judge, Dr. Damien.
Congratulations. Great job.
And thank you, Dr. Damien. That concludes our competition today. Thank you to all the students and teachers who participated. And thank you to our audience. Please be sure to collect all your belongings and take care on the way home.
本日のコンクールは以上をもちまして終了いたします。本日はご来場いただき誠にありがとうございました。なお、お帰りの際にはお忘れ物をなさいませようお気をつけくださいませ。バイバイ。